It's a very special moment for all of you, and it's something that I have enjoyed through the years, seeing students who have made the investment of learning and growing through the ups and downs that you experienced in high school, seeing you kind of move in this cultural transition that in some ways represents a transition from boyhood to manhood. And I would say as a minister and as a part of a team of people in your life that includes faculty, staff, administration, mentors, counselors, and then most importantly parents and family, that we acknowledge that you're in the midst of a very powerful and important transition. I'm just glad that I get to be a part of what's going on in your life. I want to congratulate you for hard work. You finally made it. This started way back in kindergarten, remember? And I would like to say, you're at this stage in life where the world is in your hands. So go be amazing. Back in 1:5, God is speaking to a prophet in the Old Testament, considered a minor prophet. You'll see a little bit more about why he might be called minor later. But God says to him, Habakkuk, look at the nations and watch and be utterly amazed. For I'm going to do something in your day that you would not believe even if you were told. Let's pray. God, I want to pray that I'd like to start out by asking you guys to believe that amazing things can happen. To believe that amazing things can happen. We know that amazing things have happened, even in history. This is pretty simple. About 7,000 years ago, someone invented the wheel. And back then it wasn't back then it was amazing. Now we take it for granted. But it is an amazing invention. In 1492, you might remember from history class, Christopher Columbus discovered a new land, and we now live here. In 1903, the Wright brothers, just 500 miles away in the other Carolina, they figured out how to fly. In 1969, Neil Armstrong guided the Eagle to the Sea of Tranquility, and humankind had made it to the moon. And we know in recent history, this is in your lifetime, in 93, when I graduated, when I was in your shoes, the World Wide Web was invented. And in 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone to the world. There's a lot of stories and things that I have not included. This is just kind of a brief look, snapshot of some really impressive things that have happened in history. And I think it sort of makes the case that, yeah, some amazing things can happen. And they're the kind of things that have shaped the world, people follow. But I believe that there are amazing things that are even more impressive than these. Yeah, these are the history makers. These are the money makers. These are the things that get recorded and make you famous. But they're not the things that make the world work. They're not so impressive that they wow everyone of all generations of all time. But there is a level of amazing that you can aspire to, that everyone can do and everyone can live. Not all people choose to, but you can. I challenge you to do that tonight. And it doesn't happen inside of ourselves. It's the kind of amazing that inspires greatness. It's when people face adversity and overcome it. It's when people work extremely hard towards the goal. It's when we see, in the midst of strife, forgiveness. It's when we see, in the midst of pain, relief and help. It is an issue of character, and I know that this is a value of CMA. The mission and core value of CMA. Our mission is to educate and inspire our core cadets so that each cadet will have an opportunity to achieve his maximum potential and gain the educational foundation to succeed in college and life as a productive, contributing citizen. We seek to imbue them with the respect for learning, to develop self-discipline, and to encourage commitment to excellence. Guys, be amazing in who you are. This is a picture of a deer. And where is the strength of a deer? In its hind legs. And in the midst of desolation, in the midst of ruin, the all-promised fell, all the livelihood of all the people. I mean, if you have no food, what do you not have? No money, no nothing. But in the midst of desolation, Habakkuk is strong, like a deer whose hind legs are on the rocks. If his strength is on rock, on firmness, strength on strength, that's firm. Guys, you have the opportunity for greatness ahead. You'll graduate and you'll transition, some of you to the military, some of you to school, some of you to your career. All of you future relationships with family, with friends. By God's grace, you may one day be married and have a family. And in all of those situations, you have the opportunity to lead. You have an opportunity to be great, to be amazing. And what it's going to boil down to is not you trying to chase the image of being someone else who invented the next greatest thing or was the wealthiest guy on the block. It's here. Amazing is here. Strength is here. One of these days, you'll look back on the day you graduate from high school. And you'll evaluate the things that happened since then. And you will have done some impressive things. Some of you guys really will make a lot of money. Some of you guys really will spend a lot. But when you look back later in life, what will get you here, what will help you evaluate whether or not you were quite the amazing man or not, is not what you did or didn't do, but who you were. And you guys, class of 2013, go be amazing. That's all I got.
The opportunities that you young men are going to have are going to be endless. Whatever endeavors you choose to undertake, go into them full force. Always do your best. Have no regrets. I've never met a man that said, if I had it over again, I wish I would have done less, I would have slept more, and I would have slacked off. They all say, I wish I would have worked harder, I wish I had done this smarter, and I wish I had done it with all my vigor. Don't waste your time. Don't wish, do. You young men are at a point in your lives where you don't know, or you don't need to look at your past. Now's the time to look at your future. Let's think about what lies ahead tomorrow, not what you did, what you're going to do. The reason you're sitting here right now is because somebody loves you, somebody cares about you. You've been taught here what's right. You've been taught how to act. You've been taught what it takes to be a leader. And only you can take those lessons and build on. Your foundation is set. Now it's your turn to go build your life. Those sergeant majors won't be here wrestling you out of head anymore. It's up to you now to take what they taught you, what we've all taught you, and build your life. And when you do, trust in the Lord, keep it by your side, and you'll go a lot better. Remember this. The measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. You're right to know. Nobody will judge you on how many times you fell down. They'll judge you on how many times you got up.